And we're back. Alrighty, and we're back. Hopefully, everybody will return. All right, we got one person. Let me put this up on the Web Designer 18 Facebook page because I keep forgetting about that one. I do. I keep forgetting about that page. I don't know why I keep forgetting about it, but I do. Oh my god, do I keep forgetting about it? I don't. I I have a bad memory at this point, and I really need to get on ginkgo biloba, but I have to be careful what I'm taking because I have to. I'm going to show everybody that I have to. I will show everybody the one that I still have. I'm going to be refilling out. It's really fun, but hey, all right, I am in the page. I knew I was. I knew I was like one step ahead. Yeah, I'm going to put this up. I knew I knew I was going to be back on this today. I am not. I am not a total idiot. I am not a total idiot. I say as I fumble around two different things. I am not a total idiot. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would love to get my friend on my podcast, but I know for a fact she would never be. I know she would like to. I'd love to have her on. I can't. I don't know how to do it. I for the life of me, I don't know how to do it. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to talk about this week. But um, okay, just gotta put this up on the Web Designer channel, on the Web Designer page, and then we are good to go. I have 27 followers on that. All right. Neat. New episode. And wait for it to pull up. I guess there it is. And post. Yay, 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 yay. Just remind you, I'm going to check to see if I actually put my video up on here. Probably didn't. No, my stupid luck. Movies. No, I didn't. Crap. All right, I will be back into that then. I have to put a thing up. Crap. I forgot all about that. That was my bad. All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This week, welcome to the worst podcast ever. I love that name. I got to thank my friend for it. Hopefully, if there's ever a God, let me phrase that. If there is a God, hopefully I can get together with my friend sometime. I can have her on as a guest, like literally sitting next to me because I don't know how to do the dual thing, or I would just pre-record it and go, hey, this one isn't live because I pre-recorded this with my friend, which would be really cool to have her on. But she's way too damn busy. I would love to have her on. Yes, come. Isaac, that is exactly where it's from. Because my friend is a humongous Simpsons fan, like me. And when she was recovering from her facial feminization surgery, literally this was the day before she was flying back home. I was talking with her to try to cheer her up, and because it was the first time she could actually read my messages without having them read to her, I think. And I said, what would the comic book guy from The Simpsons call a podcast? And I said, he'd probably call it the worst podcast ever. And she goes, well, no, the name of his shop is the Android's Dungeon, so it'd probably be the Android Cast or something. I'm like, I like mine better. I looked it up. Nobody had it. It was completely open. I'm like, I'm calling it that. And that's going to be my new weekly podcast. And the rest is history. As they say, the rest is history. But yes, Isaac, that is exactly who it is from. It is based off of the comic book guy. So I have to thank my friend Woody for that because in more ways than one, She has been a humongous help to me in the last. Oh my god! The sad thing is I met her about almost a year ago, and for the last year she has been a humongous help in my life. Just as someone to talk to, as somebody to talk with. I'm like, yeah, yep, the comic book guy from The Simpsons. You know, he actually has a name though. I actually hold on a second. Because I actually had to look it up because I was curious if he actually had one. Which, by the way, if Mac Roydeen wants the name, um, I'll be more than happy to discontinue this, but you're gonna have to pay like royally because I'm not giving up the name that easily. I will trademark this bitch. I know he has a name because remember it. I was like, oh my god, what the Jeff Albertson? That's it, Jeff Albertson. I knew it was like Albert something. Yeah, Jeff Albertson, aka the comic book guy. Worst episode ever. Well, this is the worst podcast ever, and I am your host for the worst podcast ever. My name is Andrew, though I am hoping to transition, hopefully starting it. So, yay. And that then, after everything is said and done, my name will be Jessica. But for now, you can call me either Andrew or Jessica or web designer. I don't care which. Just don't call me late for dinner because I always like eating food. I'm a pudgy girl, so there is that. Welcome back to the worst podcast ever. This is the longest. I love doing intros on the absolutely completely random podcast, and I still love them now. Oh, and I needed this too after today. I've had a horrible day. I've talked about it in the pre-chat a bit, but my breast forms ripped on me. These were X cups that wait, hold on. I actually have them. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can reach over here for it. So this is what is left of. This is what I had to trim off. And by the way, this is nothing graphic, YouTube. Don't worry about it. This isn't anything horrific. This isn't body parts. This is just a lot of fun things just dying in my sleep. But basically, this used to be like up here around my neck. I mean, great, I could probably still wear this part yet, but I'd have to really be careful. But I could probably wear it. I actually might because it is a little annoying. But this would basically be like around my neck. These would be on my shoulders. And what happened was, if you can see here, this right here ripped. It just completely ripped, and then I had to slice it off because it was just going to get worse and worse. So unfortunately, I had to cut them. So this is basically the meat of it, and this is what I could save. Shoved them into my bra, and I could still have my girls. I just don't have the rest of it, which is now all in here. I have a bunch of medical grade silicone in here, which sucks, but that was my day. So I really needed a good laugh. But yes, the comic book guy is that. But my friend Rudy is the one that gave me the idea for the podcast. So I really owe her a big debt of gratitude for this. And I mean, if I could ever like move in with her, I would say, hey, I want to do this podcast with you. I want you to be my permanent co-host. I don't think she'd mind. I would love to have her on. But this week we are talking about food items that we miss that are no longer with us. This can include fast food items, cold food items, drinks, food, what have you. And yes, I do remember Baby Bottle Pops. I remember the commercials for Baby Bottle Pops. Oh God, do I remember those commercials? They were all over the place. Yes, I remember Baby Bottle Pops. I do remember them very much. But yes. Well, believe it or not, that actually is. Believe it or not, that is the one movie you can watch both times that you watch 2 times a year, and it will never get annoying. In fact, you can watch it on almost any holiday because they have different holidays. Would be The Nightmare Before Christmas because they have different holiday doors in that. So you have like Easter. I'm pretty sure I saw a Hanukkah one, but yeah, there's many doors. But yes, but this week we are talking about food items that have been discontinued, and we're also going to be doing an Ask Me Anything. I'll say when that part starts, though, because I don't want to get in the midst of one thing and then get started in the other, and then flop back and forth, and I go like all sorts of crazy, because that'll drive me nuts. But that being said, I am your host. Like I said, welcome to the show, and yes. So if you want to know what my favorite Christmas/Halloween movie, I do not have a favorite Halloween movie. I do not have a favorite Halloween movie. A lot of people would say, "Oh, you don't like Hocus Pocus?" No, I'm pretty sure my rant videos would prove I don't like Hocus Pocus. I'm pretty sure my rant on Freeform doing their 31 Days of Halloween with a crap ton of focus on Hocus Pocus would prove I don't like Hocus Pocus. Not at all. Not at all. Not a fan of that Bette Midler piece of crap. And everybody else. And the sequel was just as horrible. It was 30 years too fucking late. As far as I was concerned, it's like 30 years too late. But favorite Christmas movie, believe it or not, I actually do have a few. There is a Hallmark movie I actually like. Don't shoot me. And no, it's not The Christmas Card. I hate that. I hate that movie. My grandmother wanted to watch it 1,000 times. Hey, Alter, welcome back. So my favorite all-time Christmas movie, I do have a few. The one is Single Santa Seeks Mrs. Claus. And before somebody asks, oh, you like Steve Guttenberg? No, I do not. I like Park Overall. Yes, I like Park Overall. That's why I like that movie. I cannot stand Steve Guttenberg. There's a joke from The Simpsons, if you listen to the Stonecutters theme, where they go, who makes Steve Guttenberg a star? And everything, I was telling my friend, everything else in that movie and that song I can believe. Who makes Steve Guttenberg a star? I don't know how Steve Guttenberg suddenly becomes a stone for people in this secret Illuminati organization to suddenly go, we're going to make him a star. No, we're not. Let's not. But yeah. So there is that. I do like Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. I like the Christmas Carol, both the Muppet version and the George C. Scott version. Those are two of my favorites. I like Deck the Halls, and there are a few others, but those are basically the gist of it. Yes, I am ready to discuss discontinued food items and fast food items. Little Caesars bought. See, here's the thing. I had Little Caesars like one time in my. I'm not even joking. There was a Kmart that was not too far from me. It was the closest Kmart that I had. I really wish it wasn't gone, because it's one of the reasons why I got to lose weight, because I have like 2 pairs of jeans left from them. And the one already has like holes in it, and the other one's right here that I wear to work. Hence why I want a work from home job, because I'm running out of clothes to wear. I am not a skinny girl. I have belly. I have belly fat. I am not skinny in the least. But yes, I do remember Little Caesars. There was a Little Caesars that was in the Kmart. I had their food once. It was some of the best pizza I had ever eaten. Now, to be fair, I actually like Pizza Hut. I don't care. Haters want to hate that. Be my guest. I actually like Pizza Hut, but I had Little Caesars one time only in my life, and their food was good. It was damn good. I've had Domino's a couple times. I don't like it. There's a Domino's not too far from where I work. In fact, it's in the same freaking strip mall, apparently. But I love I love that Little Caesars when I tried it. But yeah, that's great that they brought that back. There's a lot of people that I know were liking that. Okay, I remember the Pop-Tart splits, but you want one that I really missed from Pop-Tarts was the snack sticks. You got like 3, you basically got a pack of 2, like you would for any Pop-Tart, only it was like 3 sticks. You could just pull them off. They were about like maybe yay thick. Those things were good. I remember eating those a lot. It's, overweight. But I remember eating those a lot when I was a kid, going to elementary school. Those were fun. I actually did like those. Dunkaroos are actually back. I saw when I used to work at Five Below, we actually had a display of them, and I have seen them at my local Dollar Tree, so I know Dunkaroos are still around. Yeah, Fruit Loops are definitely one that I don't think would ever disappear. But yeah, I remember the cereal straws. Oh, I remember that. I think there was a lot. I think there was like a huge. I want to say like a huge thing to bring those back because a lot of people were really interested in them. So that was good. But yeah, I definitely remember that wholeheartedly. But yeah, like I said, because I remember we had like this huge thing for Dunkaroos when I worked there at Five Below, and it was like, oh my god, it was really interesting. And I've seen them recently when I go to the Dollar Tree. I shop there every Friday, and I've seen them there, and I'm like, they have Dunkaroos. I remember Dunkaroos. Don't get me wrong. You only get like what they have in there. It's like one box. I think it's like 6 of them in the box for $1.25. I'm like, that to me isn't a good bargain. But hey, if you're getting it, I go shopping to eat for the week. That is literally how I go shopping. I'm like, it's not that bad. Okay, I do not remember strawberry peanut butter M&Ms. Alter? Okay, Alter, you got one on me. I don't remember those at all. What the hell are Joey chips? Okay, well, to be fair, I'm a potato chip nut. However, I've kind of got it down to 2 different brands that I will eat. 3 if I'm desperate, I'm hungry for chips, and it's the only one I can get my hands on. 4 if I'm really desperate. It's Goods, because I live in Pennsylvania. Lay's Stacks, because I love those. Can't get my hands on the damn things right now, but I love them. I will eat Utz. It's UTZ. I will eat those. Or hers. Again, Pennsylvania. They're like a Pennsylvania thing. But yes, I am like a potato chip nut. Hence why my salt count's like really high. I'm kind of not healthy. I'm trying to get healthy. Trying being the key phrase in said sentence. I am not expert at it. I actually should send my friend a message and say, hey, if I'm nice and give you $20, would you be nice and give me some exercise pointers that I can do to really try to help that don't require equipment? Because right now I've mostly just been doing like leg exercises and I like up and down, lean down, stuff like that. But yeah. I do. Okay, I don't remember Keebler ever making chips. That I don't remember at all. So that's a new one to me. I do not remember Keebler ever making chips. Oh, I love blueberries. Now, you want a food item? I will include drinks in this. So again, this is a Pennsylvania thing. There's a company called Turkey Hill, and they made this delicious tea. Oh my god, this stuff was the best. It was called blueberry oolong tea. My mom had gotten it to drink for her. She gave me, I think, in middle school at the time. I want to say middle school because Cubix was popular at the time, and I just started watching Metabots, and I had 2 Cubix figures that I was pretending were Metabots. So she gave me a red Solo cup full of this blueberry oolong tea, and I'm like, this stuff is good. I really liked it. So then I was drinking it every week. I got really healthier because of it, and then they discontinued it. I wrote the company and I asked them, I said, hey, what the hell's going on? Why are they discontinued? And they're like, oh, well, we're glad you like it, but unfortunately, we had to take them off the market because too many people weren't buying it. It wasn't selling enough. I'm like, selling plenty around me. I can never get my hands on the damn stuff. But yeah. Then they sent me a bunch of coupons. Then they brought it back in a limited edition blueberry drink. It was good. I loved it. And limited edition, only supposed to be around for a season, stuck around for like 2 years, and then disappeared again. oh, nobody was buying it. The cost became expensive, so then they got rid of it. Now I do drink tea. I just drink regular iced tea or Snapple because those are the only two teas that I will actually drink. I think Joel got bought out by somebody. Wait, hold on. I remember Jolt energy drinks too, and my friend that got me into energy drinks, and I can't drink them anymore because if I if I drink them, apparently my body will turn caffeine into alcohol. Apparently, yeah, apparently my body will turn yeah, so my body will turn yeah. So my body will basically turn caffeine into alcohol. Which sucks. I found this out believe it or not, last Saturday for anybody that was here, I had two energy drinks. Bang Root Beer Blaze and 3D Galaxy Lime. I drank them. Apparently, I sent my friend I recorded a video for my friend that I sent her of me being drunk, giggling like an idiot, telling her she's pretty, which she is. I will never deny that. And I sent it to her. Don't know if she watched it. I am now afraid to ask her because she said she wasn't going to. I'm now afraid to ask, did you watch the video? Because apparently my stupid ass did it again last night after spending an entire stream drinking not one, not two, but this dumbass girl here drank 3 energy drinks. Citrus Twist Bang, Galaxy Lime from 3D, and Lemon Drop Sweet Iced Tea from Bang. Flat out drunk off my ass. I didn't get up till like 8 o'clock this morning, and I was like, oh my God. And I've been like crashing half the day. So yeah, no more energy drinks for me. But to answer your question, Isaac, what happened to Jolt energy drinks? According to Food and Wine, Jolt filed for bankruptcy in 2009 after being unable to pay for an order of custom cans. Apparently, it was introduced back in 1985. Is it still being made? Yeah, they were just rebranded as Jolt Energy since like 2006, but whether or not it's still around, I don't know. Fine, Steve's production. Yeah, okay. So apparently, yeah, so they ended up going bankrupt because they made some questionable decisions, rolling out cans that looked like alkaline batteries. They couldn't pay for the said custom cans and all that other fun stuff. So yay! Always when you have a good gimmick and you roll with it, and the money just dries the hell up, and it's like, oh no, what am I gonna do now? Nothing. Now it's just time for us to stick our head between our knees and kiss our ass goodbye, because that's exactly what freaking happened there. So yay! I really do hate when that happens, but it happens. M&M's had a lot of discontinued flavors. There were a lot of flavors that they came out with when they were doing their help us pick the next flavor, and they kind of went to the wayside a bit. Alter, because there was like 3 of them at the time. I know English Toffee was one, and there's like 2 other ones, and then you had to vote on which one you wanted. The other 2 were just quietly phased out. You had other ones that did sort of the same deal, and they were just quietly phased out. It's basically a question of how do we do it, how long do we do it, and stuff like that. But some of them are only around for like voting purposes. Whether or not they're going to stick around, you never really know. Okay, I actually remember Waffle Crisps. I remember them. I do. I remember them. I remember them. Oh my God, I'm old. I am an old lady at this point. I remember them. I'm a grandma at this point. I remember them. Yes, I do remember Waffle Crisps. I remember this was what made me think of this, and I'm doing the little thing with my arm here in case you're hearing a clicking noise on my wrist. because it started stiffening up and it really hurts. There is a food item that I really liked when I was a kid, and I really wish it would come back. I actually thought it was good. I liked it. It was oh god, what was it? Oh, I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was basically a toaster. You stuck it in the toaster. It was basically, it looked almost like a toaster strudel, but it wasn't a toaster strudel. It was a pizza crust. The inside fillings were like cheese, pepperoni, sausage, stuff like that. You stuck it in the toaster. It was like 5 minutes in the toaster, pops it out, and it's good to go. I loved those things. I lived off them for like a year when I was a kid. I loved them. And then they just went away. And they drifted away. And they left me like Green Spot Cola. The orange stuff. Anybody remember Green? Okay, here's what. Do you remember Green Spot? Does anybody remember Green Spot? Because that was good. I miss that stuff. I actually liked orange soda because of that. That was my bomb back in the day. That was my jam. Was Green Spot. Yeah, I kind of remember there was a controversy, Isaac, with Uncle Ben's rice. That was kind of why they did that in a way. The rebranding was to get the controversy to go away. Don't ask me what the controversy was, because A, I kind of remember, but B, I don't want to remember, because it's one of those. I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna walk away from it and not pay it any mind. The Oreos, okay, that one's actually, I do remember those. There was an issue with, I think they were only going to be out for a limited time anyway, but then people were saying that it was just basically a chocolate Cheerio. Cheerios was coming out with like a chocolate flavoring, and they didn't want the two to get confused. But don't take that as gospel, because that's just one of the many like 18 things that I remember. Yeah, I think it's probably coming back, but yeah. Yeah, Mellow Yellow. I never drank Mellow Yellow. But I have heard about it. But no, I remember Green Spot when I was a kid. I would drink like 4 cans of that shit a day. Like orange soda, I would have Green Spot, Green Spot, Green. Now it's just I drink Dr. Pepper. If I want, I'm drinking either Coke or Dr. Pepper. The last time I had a Pepsi, it tasted like piss. I'm sorry, it did. It tasted nasty to me. I don't know why. Yeah, I think a lot of restaurants in that have it. I think it's set up to like different areas. Um, God, what was it? Is it a lot of some of the stuff that we don't get all over the place is just like segregated and subjugated to certain areas and certain locations that will have it. Because I know that there's a restaurant down in Texas that has a soda that only like 3 or 4 other places in the US have it. There's a restaurant in, I think, Florida or California that has a brand of water that only 2 or 3 other places in the country have. So yeah, it's just basically it based on location, I think, for some of the stuff. Please, okay, what flavor did Mountain Dew bring back? Because in all honesty, I have drank Mountain Dew before. I loved how my family always called it monkey piss, but I actually liked it for the time because I was working night shifts, and it's like, oh look, caffeine. Not realizing what my body does to caffeine at the time. I'm like, oh boy, caffeine, and I'm like, yeah, this will be fun. And I'm drinking it, and I'm like, oh yeah, crashed. But yeah, um, what was there was one that I really liked. They did a with World of Warcraft at the time. They had a red and a blue flavor, and it's like I want to say either May or July, because I remember we used to do a thing when my grandparents were alive. We'd have an ice chest outside. We would have a whole bunch of soda out there in the ice chest, and we would just go out, grab a soda or something out of the ice chest, and drink that the whole weekend. Um, and I remember they had like 2 different flavors, and it was like the whole weekend, I'm like, I wonder what'll happen if I mix two of these together. And I know it was like a limited time thing, but I just remember I'm like, I wonder what happened. And I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, I was wired. I was wired after that. Code Red. Oh, they what? They got rid of Code Red? Wait. Hold the phone. They got rid of Code Red? Okay. For you, don't you ever get rid of Code Red again? Okay? Don't you ever get rid of it. I still have, because I was drinking it when it first came out. Like, it was my soda. That was my jam. And I was drinking that a lot when it first came out. My grandfather and I went to a flea market, and there was a guy that made a whole bunch of different things out of aluminum cans. I bought for $10. I actually had to go to my grandfather and get another $5. I only had $5 left from walking around money. And I had to go back to my grandfather and say, hey, look, I need another $5. You have $5 I can borrow that I can get. This guy's got some really cool stuff down here. It's a plane made out of aluminum cans. I dragged my grandfather down there. He actually bought a beer one. There was a beer one there he liked. He goes, ooh, I like this. And the guy cut us a deal for both of them. I just wanted the plane. It was a biplane. It was made out of Code Red Mountain Dew cans. We had it hanging outside for the longest time. Now it's sitting in the living room. But I love that. But they got rid of Code Red. No, they can. Don't you ever get rid of Code Red. Don't you ever get rid of Code Red again. Don't you ever get rid of that stuff. I love Code Red. I remember the peanut butter cups. I think it was like a limited time thing. I do remember seeing them though for Butterfinger. I do like. I'm like one of the only people that actually like Butterfinger. It's weird, but I do. But it is weird though. Oh God, Pepsi Blue. Oh God, who can forget Pepsi Blue? Did Vanilla Coke go away? Hi, Crown. Did Vanilla Coke go away? Vanilla Coke went away. When did Vanilla Coke go away? Wait. When did Vanilla Coke go away? Because I remember seeing that at store. When did Vanilla Coke go away? I'm sorry. What the hell is going on here? All my favorite soft drinks are going away. I'm a Dr. Pepper girl, so I don't really care. If it's not if as long as Dr. Pepper is still around, I am content. I will drink regular Coke and Dr. Pepper. Don't take either of those away from me. I love Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. I would drink that stuff every day. In fact, I have 6 bottles, one of which will be drank tomorrow, and I will have 5 bottles for my 3-day work week this week. So I will be drinking Dr. Pepper this week. I love Dr. Pepper. I can't believe they got rid of Code Red. I really cannot believe that they got rid of that. Orange vanilla Coke. Ooh. Sorry. That one, I will admit, does kind of freak me out. An orange vanilla Coke. An orange vanilla Coke. Really? Whatever floats their boat. So, okay, I kind of remember the Sobe drinks. That was the one that was in Employee of the Month that the asshole was drinking, right? That's the one with the lizard. That's the one with the lizard on it, right? I kind of remember that. Oh, the one chip. Okay, so I don't do spicy food, but when I worked at Five Below, we were selling those chips, and they had a giant thing up that said one chip challenge. They had coupons on the bags, and I had to bring this up to my supervisor. I'm like, you do realize the store doesn't take coupons? And she tried it quick. She goes, oh my God, it does. I said, yeah, we don't take coupons here. There's no spot to put coupons up here. But one of the employees, because I worked early morning shift, which I kind of miss, but I worked the early morning shift. One of the employees actually tried the one chip challenge. She literally ate one chip. She ran out. She's like, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is horrible. This is bad. This is bad. She actually ran out of the store to the side of the building, puked as the district manager was walking in. Like, he saw her and it's like, what's up with that? And it's like, oh, she tried the one chip challenge. Oh. So then they had to put a warning label. Like, they actually had to print out on bright yellow paper a warning label that said, this is dangerous. Do not attempt if you do not like spicy food. They had to print that out then because people were like, oh, this will be fine. They're trying one chip and they're puking in the parking lot at the mall. And the mall was getting a little pissed. Understandable, because they have to clean that up. So that's entirely understandable. I'd be pissed too. I remember the Angry Whopper. I remember when Burger King pulled this crap where they had the original Whopper and the Whopper Jr. and they kept flip-flopping on the prices of it. It's like the Whopper Jr. is going to be like $1. Now the Whopper Senior is $1 and the Junior Whopper's more. And it was annoying, but I do remember that. There's like one Burger King around me. I ate there a few times as a kid. I have not gone back since. I don't really eat out that much. I can't afford it, but I don't eat out that much. If I do, it's usually just up to the convenience store, like 2 miles from here, and get sandwiches, which I can't do tomorrow because they're closed for Easter. Which sucks, because I just realized I actually probably don't have anything to eat tomorrow. Damn it! Looks like I'm going to Walmart. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's fine. I want to go to Walmart. I gotta get. I guess I'm gonna be going to Walmart. Great. Yes, I have seen that. I saw that. Yeah, they're nuts if they think they're gonna get that. First off, Monster Energy did not exist longer than Pokemon. And you cannot claim the name Monster as a trademark. Pocket Monsters, Digimon were digital monsters. First off, it's two different franchises to begin with. One's a food and beverage, which is a totally different beast. And then you have an entertainment property. The one's like a freaking zeitgeist juggernaut at this point. They're not going to win that. I think it's because Monster knows they're losing money hand over fist. And they're trying their damnedest to recap and recoup whatever they can get their hands on. And they're fucking at it. Yeah, exactly. It's like Coke versus Pepsi. When Coke actually did try to sue Pepsi by claiming that Pepsi was infringing on Coca-Cola by having a cola. And it's like, look, your soda, your carbonated water with caramel coloring in it. What do you think's going to happen? You're not breaking any new ground here. You're the same damn thing. Deal with it. Learn to coexist. Healthy competition. And that's basically what they took. I actually remember that was kind of what it was boiled down to. It's like, look, we're throwing this out. It's called competition. Deal with it. Volcano Taco. All right, here's my question. Please tell me that those nacho fries are not coming back again this year, because I am tired of those commercials with the nacho fries. I had to go on this long journey because of nacho fries. I had to be there because nacho fries. Nacho fries. I don't care about nacho fries. I don't. If they're nacho fries, then whose are they? That's my. Exactly. That was my point. Monster has been always was always used, the term monster was always used prior to Monster Energy. They cannot just claim, oh, well, we have the name Monster, it's a trademark. That's like when Donald Trump, when he did the Apprentice show, wanted to trademark, you're fired. You can't trademark a phrase that's in a general use. It would be like me saying, I have officially trademarked the name Happy Birthday. The phrase Happy Birthday. If you ever want to use it, if you want to wish somebody a happy birthday, you need to pay me $1. No. It's almost as bad as the one that played Carlton on The Fresh Prince trying to sue Fortnite over his Carlton dance. It's a dance! You don't have the rights to the dance! I think the Taco Bell Chihuahua, the one that they had, I think he died. I know that they quietly phased him out, and I think if I remember reading it right, it was one of those because remember, dogs don't live as long as humans do. They have a shorter lifespan, but I kind of remember I kind of remember him getting like either something about the Choco Bell Chihuahua died or dying. But yeah, I think the original one died, and they're just like, let's just move away from this because I don't think they wanted to have the possible, oh, this is insensitive crowd coming after them for that. 'Cause, I mean, you could easily just go get another Chihuahua. That's not a problem. Just go get another Chihuahua. But I will never forget the robot chicken. Chiquito, my nuts. I laughed at that. I laughed at that. Yeah, I'm not touching that one, Isaac. I'm not gonna touch that one with the 10.5 foot pole. Sorry. Okay, I was not alive for the McDLT, but I did remember seeing it on a lot of top 10 lists um for food items that are no longer around. First off, this is my question that I have with it. Whose brilliant idea at McDonald's was it to we're going to introduce a McDLT? Basically, it's a burger that you stick all this other stuff on. It's in a styrofoam dish. You have to flip it over and construct your own food. The whole purpose of me going to buy fast food is I get it quickly. It's already served. I just open up the wrapper, eat it, and go. That's why it's called fast food, not slow food. But remember the McPizza? McDonald's actually tried serving pizza. That's not a joke. They tried. Failed miserably, but they tried. Yeah, the McLobster, the McPizza. Oh yeah. Copyright has always been broken. I have complained about that after watching the Adam Ruins Everything when he was talking about summer vacation with the kid. Believe me, that boat has pretty much been um sunk, rebrought up, and pulled into the harbor so many times it is now a statue. Yeah, I think it was all right. I kind of remember the whole why they don't use Ronald McDonald anymore. One, I think a lot of parents were finding it creepy. Two, right around the time that Michael Jackson started having his pedophile trial where they were like, he's touching kids. A lot of parents were really getting a little creeped out with the kids' mascots like Ronald McDonald, Chuck E. Cheese, and things like that. Because if you remember, right around the time Michael Jackson's stuff started going sideways with the child and the pedophilia stuff, Chuck E. Cheese was like, hey, we should get rid of the mascot. We should change up the mascot to make it more cute and cuddly, like it's cartoon CGI, and not have it be the creepy guy in a suit. I kind of feel like McDonald's was like, look, this worked for like 5, 10, 15 years. We're just gonna pull you away. The kids find you creepy. The parents are ready to sue us. We don't have the time for this. We do not have the time to deal with it. We're just gonna push you out of the way. We're just gonna let you go. And I think that was the end of that. But yeah, I do remember they don't use Ronald McDonald anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly upset by that. I kind of thought he was creepy, to be honest with you. It's a clown that wears a yellow jumpsuit with red and white sleeves. It was a little creepy. Even for my standards as a kid, it was creepy. Okay, well, all right. That would make sense. I would have thought that would have been in all honesty, you said the McLobster. I would have thought that would have worked out really well up in Maine. They could have got fresh lobster on like, hey, look, we have this available for like 2 hours a day. We get fresh lobster every day. We have like available for 2 hours a day. So, okay, that makes sense then if it's up in Canada. That would have made more sense. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you said lobster. I actually thought I was thinking Maine. So, hey, I know some stuff. I'm not a total idiot. Yeah, I'm not a fan of clowns either. They brought the Noid back. I talked about that back on the old Absolutely Completely Random podcast. They actually did bring the Noid back. It was weird, but they did bring the Noid back. Then again, I've had Domino's pizza, and in all honesty, they could use whatever help they can get. It is not the world's best pizza. I'm sorry. You want the world's best pizza, like the best tasting pizza in the world? It is not Domino's. It is nowhere near Domino's pizza. Their pizza's like at best, I would say mediocre. Maybe at best mediocre. You want the best tasting pizza in the world? That would be, honest to God, I would say Pizza Hut yet, because I still think Pizza Hut had the best tasting pizza. That stuff was good. I don't care what people say. That was good. Garlic Coca-Cola? Okay, yeah, sure. I'm going to drink Coca-Cola and go fight vampires. Okay. This is the only Coca-Cola you can use when you slay vampires for a living. Go drink garlic Coca-Cola. Available wherever fine vampire hunting equipment is sold. Actually, no. And I'm going to safely say why it wasn't weird that the Noid isn't claymation. You have to realize kids nowadays are not going to know what claymation is. That is a dying art form. Alter, it is a dying art form. A lot of kids won't know that the Noid was clay animation unless they look up the old ones. Making it cartoonish definitely helped. Yes, it sucks. I'm not going to lie about that. But making it so that, making it basically that it's more 2D looking instead of 3D looking, and not as, first off, because remember, clay animation takes a long time to move, whereas 2D animation nowadays, you can have that fixed up in a computer, and it can be fluid movement. Clay animation, you had to move every single piece, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. It was stop motion, basically, and it took a long time to get done. That cost a lot more money. Colonel Sanders, hands down. I'm sorry, Colonel Sanders. The guy's got better chicken. I have had KFC chicken. I'm sorry, it is good. It is good. I have had KFC chicken. I have eaten the Colonel's bird, so to speak. It is not bad. It's not okay. Let me rephrase it. The best chicken that I have ever had was Bojangles. Hand to God, and I'm not even religious, but the best chicken I have ever had was Bojangles. Yes, there was the pig, the caveman. I think there was a bear. I hated the pig, though. Oh, I hated the pig. Wee! Wee, wee, wee! No, I hated the pig. I hated the pig. I'm sorry. I hated the pig. Oh, believe it or not, I remember making a joke with the pig from Geico. I was like, well, you do realize if I were that mom driving him home, I would have just been like, you know what? I didn't pick your kid up from school, and on the way home, I would have been selling pork chops, $2.99 a pound. I'm pretty sure I would have gotten some money for that pig. I have not watched Murder Drones. I can safely say that. Oh, yes. The Aflac duck. I miss when Gilbert Gottfried voiced it, and then he screwed himself right out of the job after the tsunami over in Japan. He even admitted it was a bad joke. He even admitted, he goes, I shouldn't have said it. I realized it right after I said it. I shouldn't have said it. I should have kept my mouth shut. Goes, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to fight it. And he didn't. He didn't fight it. He was like, nope, I had it coming. I had it coming. He even admitted it. I do remember him saying that. Not too long after it had happened. Oh, I remember the money with the eyes. Oh God. Give me creeps at night. All right, we're almost at the 50-minute mark. I think we've gone down the nostalgic food. Oh, and I got one more. I got one more for nostalgic food. Who remembers Cheetos cheesy checkers? They were the It was from the Cheetos company. They were basically, it was just a checkerboard. It was like a waffle thing. It was just a checkerboard. I loved those as a kid. And then apparently some kid had choked on them and they had to discontinue it, or at least that was the rumor going around at the time because we had no internet back then. We did not have the internet. We didn't know what was it. You don't remember those? Oh, well, okay. That might actually be before your time. I'd say Google it. But they were really good. Then they discontinued them, which sucked because they were, oh my God, they were good. Then they discontinued them. Rumor had it that some kid had choked on them. Parents threw a fit, started screaming bloody murder that you need to remove these things. You know, you need to ban them. So then Cheetos was like, okay. We've heard you. We'll ban it. We'll ban it. It's banned. It's officially banned. It's done. And they're like, thank you. And we're like, oh, whatever. Then they came back with X's and O's, which I was like, oh, this is cheesy checkers, take two. And no, they were just god awful. I didn't like those. Bye, Alter. Thanks for coming. Catch you next time. All right. Well, we got like 2 people yet, I guess. Hopefully others will come. We've pretty much gone down the nostalgic food train most of the night here. For like a good almost hour, we have gone down the nostalgic food train. I think we've sampled everything that I can remember anyway. Pretty much everything's either come back or it's been rebooted. So let's just get into like the AMA, the questions and that, because like I said, I don't know how long these are gonna be, but yeah, your next stream is You know what? Thank you. I didn't have a topic for next week. Cartoons. That works for me. All right, we'll talk about cartoons next week. I like that idea. Next stream, cartoons. Thank you, Isaac. I will go with that for next week. Cartoons. I like that one. So let's start the AMA. So basically, ask me anything. If you have a question, if you have an idea, a thought, if you want to know something about me, especially like with what's going on in my life now, feel free to ask. Ask away. I am an open book. Like I said, we have pretty much gone through the food items I can think of. We have gone through the food items that I can remember. I mean, there's like so many more, but I don't remember them all anymore, unfortunately. And like I said, I never know how long these streams go for. I usually try to shoot for like an hour and a half. I try. Last week's was like 2 hours, but we were having a blast, so it's understandable. So ask away. Have any questions? Want to know something? Ask me anything. We're up to the AMA. Ask me anything. You put that up on, I'm going to put that up on Twitter just in case anybody wants to tune in now. They are more than welcome to ask away. We're up to the ask me anything. I mean, we've gone like a good, I want to say 50 minutes on the, we've done like a good 50 minutes on the food. I am not the Food Network. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. I'm not the Food Network. But yes, I remember Reese's. They have like a lot of stuff that has come and gone, but yeah, I do remember Reese's so much. All right, let's see if we can get anybody else. Not that I don't like talking with people, it's just like I like talking with more people, so to speak. But hopefully we'll get some people. But yes, ask away. Ask me questions if you want to know something. I used to do like a monthly Q&A. And I miss doing that, but I really do. I do miss doing those. I do want to try to bring back the rant videos, which is on my list to do. I just don't know how exactly I'm going to do it. I do have a couple other things that I want to work on. Um, God, it was Twinkies. Oh God, Twinkies will never die. Twinkies will never die. They are going to be around for like 20 years. And sorry, 200 years. And then we'll all be like rotting corpses in the ground and they'll still be fresh. They'd be like, hey, remember Twinkies? They exist. And they still exist. They never die. There's more preservatives in Twinkies than anything else, I think. It's like, yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean that's like I said, that's the part that we're up to. So like you have any questions, ask away. If you have a thought or you want to know something, ask away. I don't mind answering questions for what's left of the podcast. I really don't. All right. And we've tweeted that out. Should probably go on to Facebook. But yeah. Twinkies. I remember Twinkies. Twinkie the Kid. Family Guy was like, I'm going to go to the Twinkie Factory. No, let's not go to the Twinkie Factory. Because Twinkie Factory is just. Let's not go to the Twinkie Factory, please. Anywhere but the Twinkie Factory. We're going to the Twinkie Factory. Of course we are. Of course. Of course we're going to the Twinkie Factory. Twinkie the Kid. Like an entire documentary, like how the fire trucks hunt their prey. Freaking Family Guy. That's kind of like the sad thing of it. I will save that for next week, definitely. Yeah, he always exactly. He always wants to go to the Twinkie Factory. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to the Twinkie Factory, kids. Wait, why are we going to the Twinkie Factory, Dad? Because I'm weird. Because I'm a God. How old is he? Like a 30-year-old man baby or something? I thought. I don't even know how old is Peter Griffin supposed to be. He's like a 5-year-old in a 40-year-old's body in a way. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why, but it's weird. But yeah. All right. Alrighty, and we are up and going. Posting, and it's posted. All right. Okay, so now we got it up. So, like I said, ask away. I don't mind answering questions for what's left of the podcast. I don't mind at all. You want to know anything? Have any questions? Feel free to ask. I am an open book. Ask away. Ask away. I will not shy about answers. You want to know something? I will answer any question. I should do that on Twitter too. Like, hey, I'm doing an A. Yeah, I should do that tomorrow for Easter. Like, hey, everybody want a free Easter present? I'm doing an AMA this entire week, this all day. Ask me anything. Ask me anything, and I will answer. Because I'm weird like that. And no, before somebody asks, I'm not on caffeine or anything this time. I have not had any caffeine today. If I did, it was minute amounts, so I don't have to worry about getting drunk like I did last week and making an ass out of myself. Mostly because I know my friend's at a hotel, so I know she's out of town. And I do not want to disturb her vacation. She's taking a nice vacation because God knows she needs one. Because she works extremely hard, and I worry. I worry myself sick about her. I really do. But yeah, I worry about my friend because I feel like she's going to work herself almost to death, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, I'm really terrified something bad's going to happen. But yeah, I do. I get worried about her. But yep, come on, ask away. Ask me anything. You want to know something? You have a question you've been dying to ask me for a while? I used to, like I said, I used to do Q&As every month, but unfortunately, like I said, I had to give those up. I wish Teen Titans Go would just stop and die and go away. Cartoon Network ruined themselves with that show. Hands down. That is their SpongeBob. What they did with their channel is disgusting. They basically took a perfectly good channel, all cartoons, 24 hours a day, no live action, no news, no weather, all cartoons, nothing but cartoons, and completely flipped it on its head with, hey, this is our cash cow. We have our own SpongeBob now. Let's just have this thing spew out money for us every single day. I hate Teen Titans Go. I did not like Teen Titans Go when it was announced. I thought, like everybody else, ooh, we're getting another, like, oh, we're finally getting season 6. And it's like, no, we're not. You want to know what we got? A watered down knockoff that apparently refuses to die. It somehow has plot armor or a necromancer that keeps it alive, and it pisses me off. Hands down, I cannot stand Teen Titans Go. Like, I can't stand it at all. I hate Teen Titans Go. That is my thoughts on it. Yes, they did. All right, look at Thundercats Roar. So Cartoon Network started Thundercats Roar. Now, the original Thundercats series ran back in the 1980s. In 2011, it got a reboot with Thundercats. And then that show got canceled. Well, actually, it ran its course, but also got canceled, but it kind of ran its course. Then they bring us Thundercats Roar. And what annoyed me about that when you watch the launch trailer, they had the producer of the show. He's literally sitting in front of the camera, spewing this stream of BS, 100% bullshit, going, oh, well, I loved watching the original Thundercats with my brother. I love the original Thundercats, and I want this to be an homage to the original Thundercats. An homage to the original Thundercats. And then you see what they limp to the barn with, and it's like, this isn't an homage to anything. This is an affront on everything. There is no homage to nothing here. You have screwed up royally. It is an annoying show. Yes, they ruined it on purpose. Oh yeah, on purpose. Because the sad thing is, they know that the ratings for for Teen Titans Go were starting to drop so bad, they started mixing the show in with other Warner Brothers properties to keep them alive, and to like, oh, hey, here we have this other property. Here's Beetlejuice. Hey, we have this old cartoon from the mid 90s, early 2000s called Freakazoid. We're just going to throw that in. Hey, anybody remember this character? We're going to throw that one in too. Just to really rub salt in the wound for all of the fans that were like, hey, this is crap. We're not putting up with this. Here, we're going to up and give you. Here is the original Teen Titans going up against the Teen Titans Go Titans. Now, I don't know about you, but I can easily look at this and say exactly what this was: a needless cash grab. Oh, yeah, she lied through her teeth. She lied through her teeth on that because I guarantee you what happened was they knew the writing was on the wall for the movie. They were like, look, we need to make this thing a blockbuster. First off, and I want to stress this going forward, when you lose your opening weekend, okay, your opening week, third or fifth place, your opening weekend, you got beat by Hotel Transylvania 3, the third one that was out. It was like its third week, and you get beat by it. Your movie sucked. When there's another kids movie that has been out for 2 weeks prior to this, it's in its third week, and it officially kicks your sorry butt, and you're a kids movie. That should tell you that even dragging the voice actors into this with fake lies of, we'll give you a season 6, we're going to work on season 6, provided how well this goes. You know flat out your series is garbage. You know flat out your movie's trash. You're just grasping at what little straws you have left and ruining reputations of voice actors. She was so good in a lot of the stuff that she's done. I've lost any respect I had for her because of it. And if she watching this, if she ever finds out about it, you lost this girl's respect. I'm sorry. I cannot respect you because you willingly sold out because they probably gave you money, said, here, we need you to record this line, put this up on your social media, really tweet this out, blow this up, because we went asses in the seats for this movie. And that movie tanked. So it was like 3rd or 5th its opening weekend. I think it was 5th. No, I think it was 5th because then it went to 10th. Yeah, she's a sellout. She sold out. And the thing is, she has done so many other good shows. She did Ingrid Third in Fillmore. She has done so many decent programs. She is a really good voice actress. The problem is she sold out for a movie that had no chance in hell of succeeding. It lost to Hotel Transylvania 3 on its 3rd weekend, mind you. A movie that I guarantee you had more people seeing it the first 2 weeks than the 3rd week, and it still kicked its ass. A horrible plot, and she sold out for this. They looked at her and said, we need you to get these people in. They're going to listen to you. They're going to do what you say. It was basically like, you're going to do this or we're going to make so you never work in this town again. And that's what Sally, I swear to God, that's probably what happened. But yeah, she sold out and it sucks. But I have no respect for Teen Titans Go. None. I will die. I hate SpongeBob. I battle with Nickelodeon over SpongeBob. I will battle with Cartoon Network over Teen Titans Go. If Disney wants to limp at me with something that sucks and I wish it would go away, I will gladly die on the hill of all 3 of these. They want to come at me? Come at me. This girl knows different fighting styles. Come at me. I got swords. I got Nerf swords. I got a Daito Boken. I know how to fight. Come at me, bro. But yeah, I do not like Teen Titans Go. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I do. I hate Teen Titans Go with a passion. In all honesty, I wouldn't even want to watch SpongeBob. This is the thing with SpongeBob. I like one joke and 2 songs. That is it. That show is up to like what, season 28 or something? I like 1 joke and 2 songs. And all 3 of those are in early episodes. We're talking like within the first 5 seasons. Everything else is garbage. It is a dumpster fire that just will not get put out, and it pisses me off. I know. I freaking hate. I do. I hate. I hate Teen Titans Go. I hate it with a passion. I hate Teen Titans Go. I hate Bob. I hate them both. Will not deny it. Will never deny it. Will not argue it that I hate them. I hate them both. It's no secret either that I hate SpongeBob because I have done how many bad-mouthing SpongeBob? More than I care to count. So, no, I have no respect for SpongeBob. I have no respect for Teen Titans Go. I have no respect for Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. None. None whatsoever. All right, I'm checking Twitter at the same time for some stuff. I'm trying to catch up because I know my friend, like I said, I know my friend's at like a hotel, and I want to make sure she's okay. Like she's just like on a vacation and she didn't like get kicked out of her house or something. So I'm kind of like doubly distracted, but I know she's okay. I have to stop worrying about her. I really freaking do. I mean, I like her, but I can't worry about her. I can't be completely distracted. There's nothing I can do. I liked Vienna Fingers when I was a kid. I did. I loved Vienna Fingers when I was a kid. Those were some of my favorites. In fact, we actually got a box of a package of discount Dollar Tree vanilla cream cookies this past week to snack on. They're not to blame for the Teen Titans Go disaster. Cartoon Network is to blame for the Teen Titans Go disaster. They are the ones to be blamed. Hands down, they're the ones to be blamed. Cartoon Network was the one that said, we're going to greenlight this show. We're going to give it all of its funding. And they started looking at the ratings and like, hey, this show's becoming problematic. Let's get rid of it. I know Negative Legend did a huge thing on her channel with oh god, what the hell was it? She did a huge thing on her channel in regards to cartoon cards, like some of the shows that had like same-sex characters. And I know that Nickelodeon, because you had Korra, The Legend of Korra, because Korra and what's her name got together, and that ruffled feathers at Nickelodeon. You had Disney with the Owl House, that ruffled a lot of feathers. And then you had Cartoon Network with Steven Universe and the Gems. That really ruffled feathers because they basically looked at Rebecca Sugar and said, this shit's not happening. We do not approve of this. This is not allowed. And she just looked at them and said, here's the thing though. Basically, let me explain it this way. Imagine that you worked for me. And I would tell you, I need you to go out and pitch this show. This is I will gladly, I'll say this. If I was in like active subscribers, not bots, I will do a cosplay of any anime character. I will cosplay, I'll make it specific. If this channel gets 50 million subscribers, I will cosplay as Hana Uzaki. Because it'll never happen. But let's say that my channel was massively popular and you worked for me. And I said, hey, you need to go out and you need to pitch this show to total garbage, though. But you need to lie through your teeth. You come at me and say no because you actually have dignity. You have, honor. You're looking at this and you're like, no, this isn't right. I shouldn't do this. First off, congratulations. You actually have dignity. You have some pride. I look at you and say, hey, you do it or you're fired, and I'll make it so that you never work for anyone ever again. Like, I will come out and tell them that, oh, no, this person was insubordinate. They refused to do lines, blah, blah, blah. I will ruin your career. That's what they're kind of afraid of, because you have to remember with voice actors, it's a lot of it's word of mouth. Now, granted, if you have a decent repertoire and you have a decent list of accomplishments and stuff that you've done under your belt, you don't have to worry about that. Not in any way, shape, or form. But in this case, a lot of those fans and a lot of the OG fans, they will still respect them if they would come out and stand up against Cartoon Network. What they're afraid of is if they do that, they're going to be out of work. That for them is a bad thing because you got to remember, voice actors are a little harder to find roles for. That's, honest to God, that is a really sad truth. Voice actors do have a harder time finding employment than, let's say, an actor. Because if you want a voice, you could go in and do the auditions for the voice. You can submit the auditions for the voices. The problem is if you have somebody that's like, hey, we had I'll use, I think it was like Big City Greens or Big Lips that had the huge controversy. And The Simpsons too. I'll throw that one in too. Where let's say that the character is being voiced by somebody that isn't the same character, that isn't the same type of character. That creates a problem because then if people find out that, oh, so and so is voicing a character, let's say that I would voice a 60-year-old man, that would piss off people and they would get upset. It's how things work, unfortunately. So they know that they have to hold on to whatever job they can get, at least until they know for a fact they can find something else or they're comfortable just leaving. Hey, Common, how you doing? You can actually call me Dude Dead if you want. I do actually respond to that. Then again, I actually don't mind dude, because it is kind of a I used to think of it like surfer lingo, so I'm fine with that. But I am doing great. I would love to be a voice actor. There are a few it's okay, Common. There are a few ways to do voice acting. There's a YouTube channel called Justin Bryant. He does like a lot of work from home jobs, which I'm trying to find a work from home job. I would love to do voice acting because I mean, all right. So here's my questions. A lot of you have been listening to me for the last hour or so. How do I sound to you? Because if you've noticed, I have not been using my male voice. I have been working on my female voice. How does this sound to you? Does it sound genuine? Do I sound like a woman or do I sound sort of like a guy? Because I'm really good at doing voices because, and I'll do this, hold on. Because this is how I actually sound. And you can tell a difference instantaneously. That's why I've been working on making my voice a little different so that it's a little better off. And I'm actually starting to get a lot more comfortable with it, so it's easier. I've been doing it at work, and happily, I can blame allergies. But yeah, I know it takes some getting used to. Unfortunately, I try to do it I try to mix it in with my mom, but I've been doing it at work, and I don't think anybody's really given a rat's ass. Like 4 of my coworkers know. I've come out to 4 of my coworkers. None of them are management, though. I have not told a single person of management yet. I figure I'll wait till I actually start my. Oh, that's right. I want to show you that. I figure I'll wait till I actually start my transition before I do that. But yeah, I can do a lot of voices. But this is one that I've definitely been working on because I want to get it to sound natural and I want to be able to just come out, talk like this normally. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it. Okay, so now that you heard my actual voice versus this one, what do you think? How does the two comprehend? I know it's going to take a little getting used to. Believe me, nobody's arguing that. Trust me. Clock ID. Okay. So I'm going to show everybody this. This is the paperwork and stuff. All right. So while I wait to hear back, because I know there's like a delay between my video and everything. So this is 7 pages. Now I had gotten one before, and I kind of filled it out first. But this is 7 pages. Literally, this is 7. I'm not even joking. This is what I have to fill out. Oh, okay. Never mind. They made it back to back. Oh, that cut down. These other ones were only 1 page each. Sweet. So what was 7 pages was cut down. 1, 2. Okay. So what was 7 pages is now 4 pages. For those of you wondering, this was 7 pages long, but they're all like back to back. It's all 1 page. So this is my paperwork. Oh, that's cool, Common. I know you met a voice actor today. It's neat. But yeah, who was it? Out of curiosity, who was it that you met? But so like this is what I have to fill out for my appointment. There isn't really anything. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. So this is the stuff I have to fill out. Let me get a little closer. This is what I have to fill out. Literally for my appointment on the 17th. So literally, I have I have 9 days to my appointment. 9 days. I am 9 days away from hopefully starting my hormone replacement therapy. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I am 9 days away from hopefully starting on, well, oh wow. I didn't even realize it until I looked at the. Oh my god, I didn't even realize it. Because I know Monday it'll be a week. It'll be a week from Monday. I am not. Oh my god. I am 9 days away. Oh my god. I can't believe that I'm 9 days away from this. I am really genuinely happy. I really am. Granted, okay, I'm not getting these through hormones. This is going to be surgery. Right now they're just breast formed, or in this case, this is what's left of my X cup. I am really upset about that. But I am planning surgery. Like I am planning top surgery. So I will have big boobs. That is the one thing I am not going to be shy about. I will have big boobs, but yeah, I did not realize I am 9 days away from that. Oh my god, I am 9 days away. It was 7 days. It was 10 days yesterday. I'll be 7 days on Monday. I am that much closer. After 11 years, I am that much closer. It makes me happy. It really does. But all right, but yeah, seriously, who'd you meet, Common? I'm kind of curious. Who did you meet? I am kind of curious about that. The only thing I am dealing with is I'm trying to grow my nails out, and as you can tell, this is my middle finger and my ring finger. This is my ring finger. One broke on me today, and my middle finger is trying to break on me now too, and it's pissing me off. Christine Kelly. Oh, I think I know that. Okay, I think I've heard of that one. I'm not gonna say I know that one. I think I heard of that one before. I think I've heard of her before. Hold on, because then the name sounds so. The name sounds extremely familiar to me. It really, really does. Hold on, that sounds very familiar to me. I know that name from somewhere. Where do I know that name from? Okay, it's anime one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so she does like a lot of anime voices. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully it's the same one, but yeah, that's cool. That is neat. See, unfortunately, I meet a lot of fun people. I kind of unfortunately still live my sheltered life. Although I am slowly gaining more confidence, but I am still a bit of a I mean, okay, my friend got me out of my shell, and I will never be able to thank her enough for that. But at the same time, I'm still kind of in my shell. Like I will still hide in my shell. Like I still have the bigger shell that I'm in, but I will not lie, she did help me out of my small shell, but I am still in my bigger shell. So I have not like met any actual voice actors, but hopefully one day. Hopefully one day I will. Haven't yet, but hopefully one day. Hopefully one day. Ah, but yeah. I'm checking, like I said, I don't know if anybody heard me say this earlier, but I'm still checking Twitter for some stuff. Because like I was saying, my friend is the last part, she's at like a hotel room. I wanted to make sure she's okay. I don't have to worry about her. Let me for that. I really shouldn't worry about her. I think she's just on a vacation. Either she's on a vacation or she's just like gone. I don't know. Maybe she went down to Florida. I don't know. I didn't think that was till next month though, but that might be this month. Okay. I don't know what I don't know what. I know she's okay. I don't have to worry about her. I really shouldn't worry about her. I don't have to worry about her. I still do. I always will. But I'm just an overly worrying friend, I guess. Doesn't matter. I know she's okay. That is all that counts in the end. I know she's okay. That at least makes me happy. So long as I know she's okay, I don't have to be completely concerned. But yeah. All right, come on, ask away. I'm still in the mood to answer questions. I still got some time yet. I still have some time. Ask me questions. Ask me anything. I am an open book. Ow. I'm an open book that keeps hitting her goddamn table. It's like keep knocking my camera around. Ugh, I keep knocking my camera around. It's driving me nuts. Local celebrity, no. International or national, still no. So basically, yeah, no. I kind of haven't. Unfortunately, again, small little corner of the world. There's an old saying: you could either be like the big fish in a small pond, or you can be a small fish in a big pond. And unfortunately, I have lived in the same area my entire life. I have never moved. I have never left the area that I've lived in. So I'm kind of still in my small little world, but with the internet, I am in my small little world in the vast universe of every other world. I just try to like throw a line every now and then to like my friends' world so I can kind of like pull them a little closer, see what they're doing, and go, "Oh, that looks fun," and ask them about it, talk with them about it, and then throw it this way and pull like, "Oh, that looks like fun." But yeah. Ooh, underrated celebrity. I don't know. I'm being honest. I really don't know. Oh God. Oh, underrated celebrity. I honestly, I'd have to think about that one because I'd have to figure out who would be underrated that I actually like. So I would have to go that route. But yeah, I'd really have to think about that. I mean, I kind of like Andrew Garfield. I thought he was all right for what he did in the Spider-Man movies, and then of course they screwed him. He's the only one. He's actually the only one that did not have 3 movies. Like soloed, unfortunately, because he got sandwiched in with the No Way Home group for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire got 3. Andrew Garfield only got 2 because after the Amazing Spider-Man 2, they're like, no, screw you, you're done. They didn't want him anymore. But yeah. I don't care about the DCU, to be completely honest, because they're going to screw it up. They haven't gotten it right yet. They're never going to get it right. They have had the formula in front of them more times than I care to count. They have changed this franchise around more times than I change underwear. And they have not gotten it right yet. I don't see them getting it right. And as far as I'm concerned, they're just going to keep screwing it up. So I have no faith in that. He's not a bad actor. I remember him for like a couple movies. He's not a bad actor. William Dafoe isn't a bad actor. I just instantly kind of remember that weird Snickers commercial where he was Marilyn Monroe. He was the hungry Marilyn Monroe. I kind of remember that. That's like when I hear William Dafoe, it's like aside from the couple Spider-Man movies, it's like the first thing that pops into my head. And it's a little creepy. Oh, that's cool. Common, did you see the neat way it opens up? Like when I used to have an old Xbox. A friend of mine gave it to me for my coworker. I should say my old supervisor. Let's say my old supervisor screwed me out of it. She took it and promised to pay me and then ran off with it. I think she sold it for fucking drugs. But when you first start it up, it does this like really cool animation where it's like this little blob of goo and this like big machines. You see that? Because that's really cool when it loads up. I like that. yeah, Rob Schneider, I could take him or leave him. I remember Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. I thought, okay, it's a weird movie, but eh. But yeah, I remember, I do remember Rob Schneider. I could take him or leave him. Yeah, I don't care about DC either. As far as I'm concerned, that entire franchise was screwed. When they had, I'm going to say this, and anybody, this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, and I just want to say it. When they had Zack Snyder, and he goes, I want rape in a Batman movie, and he literally comes out and says this in an interview. I could make a Batman movie with rape and incest. I want rape in a Batman movie where Batman's getting prison raped. That is basically where I would be like, I would not want this person touching movies. And um I was put on Pat Contri and Ian Ferguson's shit list. I know that after I made the comment that they should be happy he's not doing Justice League anymore. I did not know at the time the reason why. All I got was a snippet of the article. I could not read the article because I was not subscribed to get it. So that kind of pissed me off. And then Ian kind of like chimed in with not at the expense of the suicide of his daughter. I did not know that. But I know that got me on their shit list because I said that. But then you had all these people that were clamoring for the Snyder cut, Snyder cut, Snyder cut, Snyder cut, Snyder cut. And it's like, I'm just like, and the Snyder cut wasn't that good. It wasn't great. We knew it wasn't going to be. And it's like, Snyder cut, it was not good. So yeah. But no, as far as I'm concerned, when he said he wanted rape in a Batman movie, that's when they should have said, nope, we're done with you. Screw you. We're done. Give me 1 sec. I want to grab my hairbrush. Give me 1 second. I knew I could reach over and grab it. Let's see. Yeah, the Xbox loading screen is kind of like the GameCube logo, but it's really cool because I saw it when I was trying to fix the Xbox that my friend gave me. Because he goes, the disk drive doesn't work, this drive doesn't work, this drive doesn't work. I didn't really have any discs to test it with. I'm just checking it. Here, I stupidly changed up the drive. Instead of making it a master drive, I made it a slave drive, and it can't be that. And after figuring out, oh, that's what I did wrong, and like, oh, did I throw that little piece away that I need? And I'm like, oh, no, here it is. And I instantly put it back on. I'm like, oh, cool, now it worked again. And then my supervisor at the time, she was looking for an Xbox. She wanted to find one to play again. I was like, oh, I have one I'm looking to kind of get rid of because I honestly did not have any games for it. And I wasn't going to go out and start getting Xbox games. I didn't really have the money. I could have used the extra money. I'm like, hey, look, $100. That's what she offered to pay me. I was only going to ask for like $40 for it, to be completely honest. I tried selling it on eBay. One person was like, I'll give you 99 cents for it. And they're like trying to buy it for 99 cents. It was going to cost me almost $20 to ship it to them. And I'm like, yeah, no, I canceled that buy. Because I'm like, it's going to cost me more to ship it to you than you're paying. It's not fair, either me or you, especially me, because I had to pay that out of pocket. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I canceled the order. And then she was like, she wanted it. So I dragged it up to work, gave it to her. She goes, I'll pay you payday. Then payday comes. She goes, I'll get you next week, because she ended up hitting a curb and fucking up her car. She goes, I'll get you next week, I promise. She goes, I'll get you Wednesday. She was going to go talk to her dad to get the $100 from him. Then that Wednesday comes. I'm dragging the one skid around to the front of the store. And she comes in, puts in her 2 weeks, and leaves. Like, she literally put in her 2 weeks. She walked right out the door. And she was the man. She was the lead for Freight Crew. And she just walks out the door. And I'm like, great. There goes my $100. And she was like, oh, I'll meet you up there in the parking lot and I'll give you your money. And then she kept coming up with lie after lie of why she couldn't come. The one time I'm like, I'll leave the window cracked open. You know what car I drive. I'll leave the window cracked open and you can come in. You can leave it in the car and just slip it through the window and we'll call it a day. You don't have to see me. I don't have to see you. And we'll call it a day. She couldn't even do that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's it. Screw you. I was done. I was like, that was it. I was done. But yeah. So after that, she basically stole my console, which pissed me off. But yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I got on their list when I said it. I don't even know if I'm still on it or not, because I don't even know if I actually got on it, but I'm pretty sure I was, because I kind of like immediately backed off of anything then. I was like, I wasn't liking a lot of their stuff. I wasn't following a lot of it because I didn't want to piss them off. But it was basically because Zack Snyder had stepped away from the Justice League movie. I put a thing up and I tagged both Pat and Ian in it on Twitter. I said, hey, this should make you guys happy, because all the article said was Zack Snyder leaves Justice League. I did not know at the time why. I did not understand it was because recuperate from it. I did not know that. And I'm like, okay, I screwed up. I admitted it. I just kind of like sunk over in the corner and stayed in the corner until everything would like blow over and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of how, like I said, I don't even know if I'm still on their list or if I even got on their list, but that to me, I kind of felt like I was on their list. So I just took it like, well, I'm on their shit list. So that kind of sucks. I mean, they don't even do their podcast anymore. They just did their, well, I'll grab my necklace there. They just did a special that my mom and I watched yesterday where they were ripping Tommy Tallarico's private video, a brand new one. I thought that was great because he sent private video, put it out on Twitter publicly, and it's like, oh yeah, he like, I want to talk to you guys about this. I want you guys to come to my house. I'm gonna make you pasta and show you my game collection. Like, no, for his television amico, but you know, I'm glad you're having a good time, Common. If anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask. I am willing to answer any questions, anything at all. Ask away. I mean, if we don't get like a lot of questions or something, I'll probably just stop the stream then, because I've been doing this for like over an hour and a half. So I've been doing this for like an hour and a half. Although I will admit, I actually had a lot of fun taking on the people that were coming after me for my transition video when I was explaining stuff in that. I had a fun time coming after the hecklers, so that was fun. No, that's just it. DC can't get it right. And the thing is, the only thing that DC ever did right, the only thing DC did right was Wonder Woman, the first one. Not 1984, the first one. Because at the time, it was the only female superhero movie that was released. That instantly guaranteed them asses in the seats. That guaranteed them a crap ton of views and a shit ton of money. And then they follow that up with 1984 as a sequel, and fans were just like, and we like the original. Why? I don't know. I just thought it might be good, and you know, they couldn't remember why they liked the original anymore. But yes, as far as DC, they cannot get anything right. I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you there, Chuck. Because I don't think Disney's gotten anything Star Wars related right. The Mandalorian, I kind of feel like is its own standalone thing. That, sure, that one I'll give them, but then again, at the same time, Disney also made Star Wars Rebels, that CGI series. That is its own standalone thing, as far as I'm concerned. It's tied into the lore. It's taking place during episode 3 and 4, so it makes sense. But yeah, no. Basically, I don't think Disney's done a lot of stuff with Star Wars right at all, to be completely honest. I will admit I like her outfit. That's about it. I'm gonna be honest with that. That's about the only thing Wonder Woman has that I like is her outfit. That is literally it. Otherwise, no. I wouldn't really want to get Disney Plus. I'd be too afraid that the minute you get it, they're going to jack the price up on it, which I think they're going to. I think that's something that they announced that, hey, we're going to jack up our prices again. Because I know a lot of people were kind of jumping ship on it. They were kind of, oh, I don't really do this. I don't really want to sign up for this. Then they're like, oh, it's only going to be like $1.99. Okay, I'll pay $1.99 for like 3. It's going to be $6.99 or something like that. Yeah, I do. I blame the mouse for that. Because, like I said, Rebels was a good series. I will give them the benefit of the doubt with Star Wars Rebels. That was a good series. I'm stressing this here lightly because all I've seen is clips. I kind of liked Obi-Wan series in a way, though him battling Darth Vader does then kind of make sense because if you remember watching episode 4, Vader told him, when I left you, I was but the student. Now I am the master. That line would not have worked if the last time they faced each other was on Mustafar in the 3rd movie. It wouldn't have worked. So it does kind of feel like Obi-Wan series was tying up a lot of the loose ends, which is fine. But yeah, Star Wars is a dead franchise. Disney screwed that one right to the wall. There were a couple gems in the pile of shit, but unfortunately, Disney just backed the. They basically just backed the dump truck a load of money up to George Lucas's front door. Said, "Hey, we want to buy this franchise from you. Here's 3 dump trucks full of money. If you want 4 more, we have them sitting on the highway." And he probably just looked at it and said, "I'll take the other 4, and you got a deal." And that was how it went. But yeah, I blame the mouse. Damn you, mouse. I blame you. Yes, I agree with you on that one, Isaac. 100% I agree. Because it just... No, that Disney ruined it. It was a franchise that didn't need to be screwed up. It had no reason to get screwed up, and Disney just screwed it up. So, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. 100%. Devil mouse. Well, all right. I will admit this. Robot Chicken loves poking fun at Disney. I kind of like the one where Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck are at the bar. And Donald's telling Mickey, hey, look, you have an admirer. And Mickey goes, oh, geez. He goes, oh, great. That's all I need. And Donald's like, what? And Mickey's like, well, haven't you noticed that she's basically just me in drag? And it was Minnie Mouse. Yes, pretty much 100%. I am not disagreeing with you in any way, shape, or form here, Isaac. 100% you got it. Because they just could not get it right. They screwed it up The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. They screwed it up with just the minute they're like, hey, we're going to make like 3 more movies. Okay, these movies didn't do good. Okay, the first 2 movies, the first movie did kind of well. Okay, the second movie started to tank. Hey, let's throw out Solo, a Star Wars story. People love Han Solo. Okay, people really hate us now. We have not done anything right so far. And they just kept doubling and tripling down. It's almost like they went to Vegas and were like, hey, I'm going to just play blackjack. And they're, instead of knowing when to stop, they're like Peter Griffin, and they've busted out and they keep going, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. We'd love to, but you busted out. I actually did not have a lot of comics as a kid. I had one that was a black and white comic that I really did like. For the life of me, I lost it or it got destroyed. I have not been able to find another copy of it. I can't remember what it was to find another copy. I remember what the cover looks like. So I like in my spare time, if I get a chance, I usually look up like comic book covers from the 90s. And I do try to find it, but it's basically going the same way as me trying to track down a magazine from the early 2000s that I saw on a bookshelf, on a store shelf that I really wanted to get, and I should have bought it and didn't buy it. And I'm kind of bummed about that because my mom talked me out of it, and I really wish she wouldn't have. But I do have a bunch of comics now. I've actually been trying to sell them. I got them at like the Dollar Tree and up at Five Below. So I do have a bunch of comics. I have a whole selection of Marvel comics. I have Comico, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Top Cow, Cross Gen. I have a whole bunch. I have been trying to sell these things for a while, though. I will say that. So I do have them. I've been trying to get rid of them. I'm gonna probably take pictures of them and put them up on Marketplace because I just want them gone. They are just taking up way too much space. I'm getting tired of them, and I could use the money. I really could. They're worth something. Even if because they're not reprints. I have a friend that collects comics, and I showed her a bunch of them. She said they're not reprints. My one supervisor swore to God they were reprints. I said, they're not reprints. He goes, I said, they're not reprints. They are not reprints. Trust me, they're not reprints. And even if they are, they're still worth something. They're worth more than the $1.25 that they were being sold for at the time I was buying like 2 of them for $1. So they're worth more than the 50 cents to $1 I was buying them for. So yeah. But no, I mostly have like a bunch of manga like I have back here. I have some Manuhi Kensho over here. But yeah, mostly I just have manga at this point. If I would ever find, apparently there was like an Iron Man manga. I have not been able to find it. I've been looking. Because there's like, I think it's only in Japanese. I don't think it ever got dubbed. I have been trying to find it. I swear to God, if I do find it, I'm going to try to get it if I can get it cheap. Because there is one that I know of. I've seen it. The person just had it up as like scans, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And I actually was able to track them down message wise on the site, and I asked them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm not selling it. I just wanted to put this up here to brag that I have this." I'm like, "You son of a bitch! I really want it." I don't know how many of them exist. I've been looking for it, but I haven't found it. But I know that there is one. But don't ask me where it is. I don't know where it is. I even have one. Oh wait, hold on. I have it over here. What's your favorite memory? I actually have a good one. So wait, hold on. I want to reach for something here quick. 1 second. That is the one downside with wanting big boobs is that I'm not going to be as flexible as I used to be. I used to be able to just stretch and reach stuff with ease. Now I won't be able to do that. I have this manga that my best friend gave me. It's actually really good. The kicker is he didn't even know. Now, granted, I was over 18 when he gave it to me, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this like really good." He's like, "I got this manga for you." He had found it for like $1 or something at a used bookstore, and I'm like, "Oh hey, that's really cool, thank you." And I'm like, "You do realize this thing's like a massively mature graphic novel?" He's like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Thank you." I was reading it. I met up with him to go see a movie, and I was reading it that night then when I got home. But all right, so I actually do have a good memory. So I was little. My grandmother and I. It was a Saturday night. We were putting together this little model kit. It was like a Night Kingdom thing. There was a horse and a castle, this little hillside. And we're putting this together. I think we still have it. Honest to God, I think we still have it yet. I think it's down in our basement. It's probably gotten moldy and gotten crap on it because where it was sitting at, I think, had a lot of crap fall on it. But it was actually this little, I think it was like, I know it was like discount Lego. I don't think it was Lego, but I think it was like discount Lego. And we were putting it together. We lost track of time. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. My mom comes downstairs from the second floor. And she's like, "Bed now." I'm like, "But we're almost done." She goes, "It's 1 o'clock in the morning." My grandmother looks at the clock and goes, "Oh my God, it is." It's like, we were just having that good of a time. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And my mom's like, "Bed now, you go." It wasn't my fault. We were really having a blast. But yeah, I do. That's like the only good memory I have. Because a lot of my good memories kind of unfortunately got overshadowed and or destroyed when she started getting really nasty with me when I got older. Because She didn't like the way I was acting. She didn't like the stuff I was getting into. She was mad that I was getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! And that I was getting into like trading cards. She hated that. But yeah, so there was just stuff like that. My grandmother was very religious, and the thought of me playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards disturbed her. The thought of me playing with um like action figures was kind of bothering her, with Transformers that had weapons. She wasn't too fond of that. She wanted me to play with like wholesome toys, and that just didn't happen. I wasn't down for that, but yeah. So that was a thing that happened, unfortunately. Sorry, my tablet's done charging. I had to recharge my tablet. I had like very, very, very little power left in it. I've been using that thing pretty hard this week. At least I only have a 3-day work week this coming. Honestly, I don't really miss any of them. I have like maybe one uncle, and that's really stretching it. So my grandmother, my grandmother started getting really nasty with me when I was in high school. Again, for the reasons that I just kind of outlined. My grandfather got really nasty with me too, near the end of his life, unfortunately, because he wasn't happy that I was not working a full-time job. He was pissed off that I was still working. At the time, I was still at Five Below. That upset him. He got pissed off at that. He got pissed off that I wasn't working a full-time job somewhere that was making me like $30 to $50 an hour. He was pissed off at that, and a lot of other things. My uncle that just died back in September of last year was overbearing and a control freak, I think, are calm words to describe him, I want to say, because he was a royal jackass when it came to certain things. I had one uncle that died in 2016, but he had gone crazy, unfortunately. He lost his job in 2011. He worked at a factory. They downsized, they cut a lot of jobs, and he lost his. And that drove him crazy. He had threatened suicide. And of course, like everybody, he came out to me, and I don't know why. Everybody comes out to me for some reason. And he came out to me. It was a Sunday. I was like, oh, great. That's just what I need right now. And he came out to me. He's like, I should just end it all tonight, blow my brains out. And I was like, oh, please don't. And all of a sudden, because he had a mental breakdown. He called me up. It was like that Sunday morning. He's like, I'm at the bus station. I'm gonna go out to California, and blah blah blah. He goes, you want to come? He wanted me to come with him. I didn't get the message in time because he had called me the day before. He was upset because my one aunt had screwed him over. He was upset that a lot of things were just going wrong for him, left, right, and sideways. He was denied unemployment. He was upset. I was exhausted. I just like caught the phone as right before it went to voicemail, rolled back over, and I'm just like, I'll talk to him later. And he called my mom then. My mom went to the bus station, picked him up, dragged him home. And that afternoon, we're talking with him and everything else. I took him back to his place, called up my other uncle. This would be the one that died in September of last year. I called him up and I said, hey, blah, because he was at a wedding. I called him up and said, hey, he's gone nuts. He's like gone completely crazy. And it's like, yeah. We had that entire nightmare. That was all on a Sunday. I got home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Had to be up by 8 to go in, check on his dog, transfer his mail to get it stopped from going to his place and get it transferred up to us, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, I'm exhausted. I was so tired. I couldn't see straight. And it's like, fuck it. I was wiped. But yeah, he died. He ended up getting an infection. He went crazy. He went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, unfortunately, and he ended up dying of an infection. He ended up getting a really nasty infection in his leg at the hospital he was staying at. They didn't really take care of it, and he passed away. It would have been July of 2016, because we buried my grandmother that January, and that July or August we buried my uncle. So it was like, yeah, it was definitely August. It was definitely 2016, so I remember that. That would be the only one that I kind of miss. But the thing was, the last conversation I had with him, he basically told me off, because at the time I was still unemployed, and I was. Technically, I was still unemployed. I would get a job that September, but I was still unemployed at the time. And he told me off. That was the last conversation we ever had. Literally, the last and final conversation that I ever had with him was him telling me off. And that was it. And this is the uncle that when I was a kid would take me to movies every Sunday. So that really hurt me. But yeah, that's be like the only one that I miss. Favorite Dragon Ball Z character? Android 18, and I want to say teen/adult Gohan. Goku's like a close second for that one, but Android 18 I always liked, because when Cell absorbed her, I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken when Cell absorbed her. And I was like, no. Like, I'm like, Krillin's going to stop this. No. Krillin wanted to go and fight Cell right then and there, right before the tournament. Master Roshi had to stop him. And it's like, when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 and basically forced Android 18 out of him, I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was ecstatically happy then. I'm like, yes, this works. I'm happy now. There was like, I know there's been a Dragon Ball, it's a fan story that's been going around. I think it's called New Hope, where future Gohan came back and basically did what his younger counterpart did prior to the now perfect Cell from Future Trunks' timeline, and then just basically, instead of 18 coming out, 17 came out, and he just blew 17 to pieces then afterwards. So that was that. Yeah, Bulma and Master Roshi weren't bad. Though I will admit, I have to agree with the one joke from Team 4-Star. The team that seemed to do a lot more in Dragon Ball was kind of relegated to the side in Dragon Ball Z, save for Bulma, because every time it's like, hey, I need the Dragon Radar, go see Bulma. Hey, I need some capsules, go see Bulma. Hey, we need some type of technology to find something or to figure something out, go see Bulma. Honestly, I don't know. I want to say it probably is Isaac, but I really don't know. I would say go for a VPN, but we're having issues here in our country because apparently VPNs might soon not be allowed with the TikTok ban going into effect if that gets passed. So yay, you might all be screwed. If you buy anything from overseas, you might be screwed. If you talk to anybody from overseas, you're facing a fine and jail time of like 20 years. And I'm like, oh, not 20 years. I don't want to spend 20 years in jail. I don't want to spend 20 years in jail. So I don't know if it is or not. It might be just an American thing, but I don't think it. I really don't want to say yes, but at the same time, I don't want to say no. It might just not be available yet for you. Yeah, I can't. So when I worked at Five Below, they were doing some TikTok stuff, and my supervisor showed me. I pulled it up then at home to show my mom, and my mom's like, this is our customer experience manager and a couple of the employees were doing when they were supposed to be working, and they're doing TikTok videos. Now, to be completely fair, I could understand this because you're supposed to cater towards the teens and tweens that cream their jeans. That was their main demographic. But when you're doing this, I kind of feel like instead of your actual jobs, and I was like, you're not doing your jobs and you're doing this. No, I was a little pissed off at that. But otherwise, I can understand it to a point. I wasn't happy about it. I'll never sugarcoat that. I said, if you want to, I even told my supervisor, said, they want to do this. This is something you do when the store is closed. and you're cleaning up, then do it. Then put it up as like a marketing thing. Otherwise, you don't do it during the daytime when people are working. I remember there was a song because you always had the overhead music that would play, and we knew where the volume control was. And they started playing the song Whippin' Nene. I think it goes like, watch me whip, watch me nene. And the one girl that worked there actually walked up, turned the volume completely down to 0 where it would not be heard till the song was done. She was tired of hearing the song. And I'm going into the back to clock out. And I said, were you the one that turned on the radio? And she goes, yeah. I said, thank you. That's all I said was thank you. Because in all honesty, I was ready to run up there and do it myself because I was tired of the song too. I was ready to go up there and turn it right down and go. And just stand there and go, I'm going to wait till this song is completely done, and then I will turn the volume back up. I am sick of this song. I was going to stand, because I had a watch. I was going to time it. It's usually about a 2-minute song, and it just started. I'm like, okay, there we go. And I was going to turn it back up and go, that song, I'm done. I'm done listening to it. So that I was ready to do the same thing. So she beat me to the punch because she was closer. All right. Let me wish my friend a good night quick, because I have a couple things that I have to do when I'm done with the stream here, and one of them is my Duolingo lesson to shut up the freaking owl. I hate that owl. Yeah, HBO Max went downhill fast. Problems and everything else. They really started to go downhill quickly, and I think they knew the writing was on the wall for them. But yeah, they really didn't have much of a chance. They didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of surviving after that. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. One of the people I follow on Twitter has a thing up about Marissa Tomei. I did not know that she was Aunt May in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies until I watched something and somebody pointed it out, and I was like, that was Marissa Tomei. I did not know that was Marissa Tomei. I was actually like, wait, what? I was like, what? I was like, huh? I could not think of that for the life of me. You know what? I got an idea. Let's take a hold on. Something nice to actually prove to my friend that I'm not just like screwing up here. We're gonna take a selfie together, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna try to take a selfie with everybody. Okay, I'm gonna try this way. So this way everybody can kind of like I'll take the timer up. 10 seconds. Okay. Oh. 10 seconds. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll wait till you actually put down hi. I'm gonna take a selfie on my tablet here, send to my friend. Okay. That way she knows we're actually trying. I still have a bald spot. I hate my bald spot. I hope that goes away. I'm gonna try to take a selfie here anyway, but yeah, it's not a good selfie, but say hi. If you say hi, I'm gonna wait till I see like maybe one in the comments, because I'm doing like 2 things at once here. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Just to prove to her that I'm actually doing something and I'm not just like sitting on my butt lying all night. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Which DC character do I? Oh, gee, I don't know. Which is the one that's the pompous rich jackass that thinks that he can solve all of his problems with money? Oh yeah, Batman. Come on, I hate Batman. can't stand Batman. It's an easy one. I'm not a fan of Batman. I hate Batman. Batman sucks. Batman like blows. All right, let me send this. Let me send this to my friend. Good. I try to be a good friend. I try to be a good friend. She's on vacation. She is like enjoying herself. I don't know. I don't even know where she is. I hope she's having fun. That's all. Honestly, that's all I care about. As long as she's having fun. She's at a Holiday Inn. So long as she's having fun, I don't care. But so long as she is having fun, that is all that matters to me. Because she works extremely hard. She does a lot of stuff, and I'm really happy if she gets some time off. There we go. There's two nice pictures for her. And I wish her a good night then. Because, like I said, I'm done with this. I have like 2 things I have to do. So that's none of them is sending her any drunk videos this week. So I don't have to. I already did it last night, and I was embarrassed by it. So I don't have to worry about doing that again this week, or at least, yeah. Well, no, it would be a week. I did that last Saturday. I did that last Saturday where I was just like a complete and total idiot. Yeah, I still have a bald spot. Damn it! I hate that bald spot in the back of my head. I hope when I start hormones that goes away. Okay. Come on, you guys have any more questions? I'm more than willing to talk yet. I have a little bit of time. I just have to be off by 10 so that my mom's not having to fight because she watches something at 10 o'clock. So that my mom's not having to fight because she watches something at 10 o'clock. So I still have like at least another 20 minutes I can go yet. I don't know why I do that. Every time I send her a message, I always put down "love you," and I don't know why I do that. I am I am a hopeless idiot. Yep. So she'll get the 2 pictures there, so that's good. But yeah, I cannot believe I have a bald spot yet. Like, it's really bad. I hate that bald spot. God, I hate that bald spot. Bad. I hate that bald spot. God, I hate that bald spot. It bothers me. What year do you miss? Year of my life, or year is in like calendar year? Because if you want year in my life, I'm gonna go back to when I was 25, and I feel like I was in the prime of my life then. But yeah, I mean, like if you're talking like calendar year, oh, okay, high school. Ooh, I actually didn't like high school. Go figure. Um, yeah, I didn't. I did not like high school. I did not enjoy high school. Not like high school. I did not enjoy high school. if you ever saw Lewis High School as, quote, a softcore porno, that's basically what high school is. It is a softcore porno. And honestly, I was trapped in that. So yeah, high school days. Ugh. I guess maybe my senior year, because I actually was somewhat popular. Um, no, I'll definitely probably say senior year because I was somewhat popular because I actually wanted to do a counter strike to the teacher strike because the teachers in my high school were threatening to strike because they were having contract disputes and they were throwing fits. And I, as a member of the senior class, was not willing to lose out on graduating. But yeah. Yeah, it's not even so much teachers were annoying. It pissed me off because they were threatening to do a strike, and the school district, when you watch the local news, was like, "This if the teachers do go on strike, it could last through the rest of the school year." And the teachers are threatening to go on strike in February. March, April, May, and June, we usually get done like the first week of June. So that's 4 months at least. That five, you want to count February itself. So it's at least 4 to 5 months that we, the students, would have been out of school because the teachers decided that they wanted more money to babysit us. And I threatened to counter strike. I at first, in all honesty, it was a joke to begin with. And none of the teachers believed it, and it spread like wildfire throughout the school because the one teacher was mad at me because I was threatening this. I was like, "Hey, look, we'll have a counter strike." I jokingly talked because there was a fairgrounds right across the street from the school, and actually it belonged to the local fire company, and that fire chief, it came up to the fire company that I volunteered with, and I had said, "Hey, just out of curiosity, we're planning a counter strike. If the teachers go on strike, could we stand on the other side of the fence on the fairgrounds, and just like borrow a bullhorn or something?" First, I just asked to borrow a bullhorn if they had any, so we could just yell at the school at the administration building all day. And they were like, "Well, where are you going to stand?" I'm like, "We don't know yet." They're like, "Oh, just stand over in the fairgrounds if you want." They're like, "You'll have to have adult supervision." I'm like, "Oh, we can wrangle a couple of adults. That's not a problem." We were going to wrangle a couple of adults. The whole thing was I was bluffing. Like, we had nothing. We literally had nothing. And the teachers just caved. They were like, "You can't do this." It got all the way down to the elementary school because apparently there was a parent that was like, "Oh, well, if the teachers go on strike, we're all going to go," because I live in PA. We were going to go to they were going to drag our sorry bus to the farm show. And my mom's like, "Oh, I've never been there before." She was so excited because she worked for the district, so she wasn't going to have a job either then at the time. And then all of a sudden, that same person came back and goes, "Well, those planes just got scrapped. Apparently, there's a threat of a counter strike from the students if the teachers go on strike." And it's like, yeah, I was working on that threat. And the sad thing was, the one teacher came to my mom, the one elementary school teacher came to my mom and goes, "Is it true?" And my mom had no idea what in the hell she was talking about. And by the time I think it was like the fourth teacher asked, she's like, "I don't think she knows." Then they kind of told her and explained to her, "This is what we're hearing." And she's like, "I will look into it, but I don't know." Then she came back and said, like, she picked me up that day from school and she's like, "All right, so what's this that you're planning a counter strike if the teachers go on strike?" I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, we, the senior class, and at first it was just the senior class, are threatening the counter strike. And all of a sudden it's like, okay. She goes back the next day. The teacher comes out to her in the parking lot, goes, "Is it true? Is it true? Is it true?" "It's true." Damn it. So, I literally put the fear of God into the teachers. And I love that to this day because I did not expect it to happen, that I was going to put the fear of God into the teachers, but it lasted for 4 years because I graduated in '07, and that's when they were threatening this. My mom lost her job at the end of the 2011 school year because the teachers' contracts were going to be up again. They signed a 4-year agreement because they wanted to make sure that the freshman class that was in would be graduating the year that they decided that, okay, we're going to end this, or that the 8th grade class just coming in would graduate that year. It's like, okay, we need to make sure that this is done. We cannot have, they figured anybody, like the 7th graders wouldn't remember, but they're like, the 8th graders will remember. So they had to wait until the 8th graders that were coming in to become freshmen in high school graduated. Then they're like, okay, they're graduating. We'll open up negotiations again. So now your contracts are going to be up. It'll be a 4-year contract. And that put the fear of God into them for 4 years. And then that 4 years was up. And my mom lost her job then for cutbacks. But yay. But yeah. All right. We have any more questions? Any questions at all? Because otherwise, I will call it then. Because I've been like it's 2 hours, 16 minutes. Holy crap. I can talk. I do not have a problem talking. I actually enjoy I wish I could do this every day. Then again, all right, let me rephrase that. I wish I could do this every day. I wish I got paid for this. Then I wouldn't have to worry about going to my job. I could just do this every day. It's like, hey, I'm going to do a live stream in the morning. It's just like talk about random shit. But unfortunately, I'm not that lucky. And yeah, I have to have a job that granted I only have to work 3 days this week, which is so nice because I requested off on the 17th for my appointment. So I will have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off next week. So I am going to have a 5-day week. Granted, the 1 day is an important day, so it's an appointment. I'm going to be busy, but I have 4 days off. I have 4 days that are coming. I am looking forward to them. 4 days where I get to be me. I am looking forward to it so much. I cannot begin to tell you. On Thursday, but I decided against it. I shouldn't have because I really needed it. I really needed it, but then I saw my schedule yesterday for this coming week. I'm like, oh, we have 3 days. And I'm good. I will gladly take that. So, yay. But, all right, I'm going to call it then this week. Next week, Isaac gave me the idea for it. We are talking cartoons next week. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk cartoons. I have a lot to say because I have a lot to say when it comes to cartoons. So I am going to be looking forward to that. But until next week, I have been your host. My name is Andrew/Jessica. I have been your host. It has been a pleasure to meet you all. A pleasure to be here. And until next week, this is the worst podcast ever. Bye, everybody. Have a great week, and I will catch you all next week. Bye.